Guys, hello, and welcome to your February videos, and welcome to Aquarius season, where, needless to say, things get a bit weird and strange and otherworldly. So, as always, guys, I have a little intro video for you, and I want to explain the look. Where my Naruto fans at? Got my little headband. So, I would have loved to dress up like an alien or some sort of weird figure for you guys, but I'll have to save that for when I get further in my journey. But what I was able to do is bring out my mist headband. And of course, you know me, I love themes, I love symbolism. So in my videos for February, I'm going to be wearing this mist headband. This is a Naruto headband for those of you who are Naruto fans. I am going to say I have not watched Naruto as much as I would like to. But this headband was given to me as a gift by a Gemini, my Gemini brother-in-law, and it was years ago. I had no idea really what it meant, but it was so cool. And my brother, he always wore a leaf one. He always wore one, so I always took an interest in that. Like, ooh, what's on your head? Like, that's so cool, you know. So he gave me one, and it just kind of gained depth over the time. You know, I'm a water sign. Gemini is an air sign, and this is mist. So mist is kind of air and water together. And guys, we are in a very misty time as we speak today. So I thought it would be really, really cool to bring out my mist headband, put it right over my third eye. You might not be able to see me in all the videos. I think it's just going to be my hands this month again. But I will be wearing this mist headband over my third eye as a symbol to communicate emotions. It's like emotional intellect. And I think that this month, guys, you know, Aquarius and Pisces, we share the month of February. And, you know, right now as I record these, it's February 12th. And you'll probably be seeing these around the 14th or the 15th. I wanted to get the video up. I always upload my videos around the 15th of the month. So you'll probably be seeing this within the next couple of days. And, you know, I was just kind of thinking about the energies this month, and they're very, very strange. Okay, that's why I started the video out with the weird sci-fi, you know, music, because it's a very strange time. Aquarius, I believe, we're going to be talking a lot about Aquarius season. I'm going to talk more about Pisces season in March, but, you know, water and air are very much meeting up. In fact, there's always an air sign on the zodiac wheel before a water sign, like Gemini, Cancer, you know what I mean, or Libra, Scorpio. So water, air always brings in water in our universe. And Aquarius and Pisces symbolize the last two zodiac signs of the wheel. We have Aquarius, the 11th house of groups and community, humanitarian, friends, all of that. And then we have Pisces, the 12th house. Astrologers often group Pisces and Aquarius together. Aquarius is the water bearer. So in the star card, which might come up in our videos this month, we have the lady who pours water on land and pours water in the pond, because Aquarius is a multitasker who nourishes both the past and the future. So there's that kind of duality there of the multitasking, of the both pouring of the water. And I always thought it was interesting that Aquarius is the water bearer, and then it's like Aquarius pours the water that Pisces swims in. And Pisces is the 12th house. It's the subconscious house. It's the last house of our zodiac. We are headed into that time, guys. On February 19th, the sun will enter Pisces, and a lot is going to shift, all right? We have an Aquarius eclipse. And so since we're headed into the astrology portion of the intro video, I'll just go ahead and share with you what I have here. So I wanted to talk briefly about that eclipse that happened on January 31st. It happened at the last day of January. We had two moons last month. I do believe we'll have two moons this month as well, because that's how the months are kind of lining up energy-wise. That eclipse was pretty gnarly. Okay, we're entering eclipse season now, and we have another eclipse on the 16th, I believe. On the 15th, I'm sorry, and that'll be a solar eclipse. So we kind of, we had a Leo eclipse back in August 2017, And those energies were kind of closed out by the lunar eclipse in Leo on January 31st. Very life-changing, you guys. That eclipse was very much intense for me. It was in my 6th house. So, you know, and Leo is the 5th house of our whole universe. So it had everything to do with our authentic selves. I actually have a video where I talk a little bit about the eclipse, and I will be putting another video up for the solar eclipse. The solar eclipse on the 15th. So if you want to check that video out, more about that lunar eclipse, then go ahead and check my other videos out. But I did want to talk briefly about those changes. Okay, guys, I'm going to be talking more about that eclipse in each of our videos for our zodiac sign. So go ahead and if you want to like stand by, and definitely more information coming about that. So the major shifts happening this month, I would say we have a lot of Aquarius energy. For the first half of the month, we had Venus in Aquarius, which is very, very interesting. And Venus shifted into Pisces on February 10th, which was a couple days ago. So we've had this very Venusian, Piscean energy. Venus is in our 12th house subconscious of the universe. Very spiritual, very emotional, very sensitive and unconditional. I might talk a little bit more about that, but Venus is in Pisces, you guys. And she'll be there for, I think, until March sometime. And then, of course, we have Valentine's Day on the 14th, if any of you celebrate Valentine's Day. Now, see, with me, I don't really care too much for the holidays. They, you know, as I get more spiritual, it gets harder and harder for me to, you know, kind of follow these man-made holidays. But I do see them more as a ritualistic behavior. I see them more as, you know, I always look at the holidays as a little bit deeper, you know, like Christmas and Easter. I don't celebrate it like maybe the normal person would, but I do work with the energies. So this is all about love, right? Valentine's Day is all about love. I think it's just to make money. It's just like a huge marketing opportunity for companies, especially candy companies and card companies, but whatever. I guess you have to make your money somehow. So for me on Valentine's Day, I'll be doing a lot of Venus rituals. I'll be spreading a lot of love out into the divine universe, and I will be doing some surprise giveaways that day that I will just leave, and you'll find that out in a couple days, guys. So yes, we have Valentine's Day, kind of just moving down the line here. So we have an Aquarius new moon solar eclipse on the 15th. Very special day there, guys. I'm going to do a video all about those energies and what I think they'll mean for us. I did want to take a note here. I was researching. You want to be careful on Valentine's Day, guys, and you want to be careful on the new moon, because on that day we're going to have a very interesting aspect with Jupiter and Juno, okay? I will talk more about that in the Aquarius video and in the Scorpio video this month, and I will also talk about that in my new moon video. So if you're interested in that, you can do your own research, or you can just stand by, and I will definitely be coming out with some information there, okay? So we have the Chinese New Year on February 16th. We're going to be entering the Year of the Dog. So I have someone pretty close to me born in 1982, and there's other years as well, but so if you're born in 1982, you are Year of the Dog as well, but there are other years. It's very easy to find out your Chinese zodiac. I'm Year of the Boar. So, you know, some of you may have that in common with me. And others of you may have Year of the Dog. Now, Year of the Dog is a very loyal, you know, time. I believe that, you know, the Chinese zodiac is a little bit different than the Western astrology, but I'm going to be doing a little bit more research. I just know that loyalty and obedience, that comes up a lot with the Chinese zodiac Year of the Dog. And if you are a dog, if you are born in the Year of the Dog, you're a very loyal person as well, very a strong confidant, you know, just like a dog. It's very interesting, the symbolism there. So I wanted to mention that there. A lot of stuff going on for February, guys, and I'm just mentioning this because these are the shifts that we're going to be experiencing, right? So as we move on down, on the 17th, Mercury enters Pisces. Mercury is in Aquarius right now, guys, and he's been in Aquarius for a while, and he'll be there until the 17th. Now that's going to bring a lot of different aspects to our mental communication. It's going to bring a lot of, that's Mercury meeting the subconscious, right? So we're going to have a lot to do with our We're going to have a lot of work to do with our conscious and our subconsciouses. I might even try to squeeze in a video about that. I have a lot of videos to put out this month. And then, of course, after the 17th, we have the sun entering Pisces, okay? So this is going to be interesting, you guys, especially for me. You know, I'm a Pisces, so this energy, I'm trying to utilize this as much as I can. The fact that I'm just pretty much on a different world, my subconscious is very much being called. A lot of planets are going to be entering Pisces, right? And this, see, Pisces is all zodiac signs. Pisces is all zodiac signs combined into one sign. So something I like to say about Pisces is that whatever is going on with Pisces, you want to pay attention to, because that's what's going on in the universe is subconscious. So just because the sun's in Pisces, it technically means that the sun is everywhere, right? Venus is in Pisces. That means Venus is everywhere. So no matter if you're a Gemini or you're a Cancer or if you're a Taurus, the energy is affecting you because Pisces has a little bit of each sign in them, you know what I mean? So very, very interesting season to be coming up on. You know, I would say the same about Aquarius, because Aquarius stands for community, and a community is a group of people. It's so interesting how these astrology signs and how astrology kind of maps out the way that our universe truly is. So we have that 11th house and we have that 12th house. So I definitely wanted to bring out my mist headband for the water air energy. And I definitely wanted to speak a lot about emotional intellect. I'll be talking about that a little bit more in the Aquarius new moon video. But it's a lot of emotion, guys. I think a lot of us are really searching for emotional clarity right now. You know, we could be having a heavy emotional thoughts right now. And that's because of the energy that Aquarius and Pisces share. You know, Aquarius and Pisces are very strange zodiac signs. We're very mysterious. We hang out at the bottom of the zodiac wheel, just chilling in our different realms. You know, Aquarius are the aliens, Pisces are the fairies, the mermaids, anything mysterious, mythological, anything that has to do with fantasy. So when we enter these sort of realms, you know, our mental states and our perceptions can get a little skewed. So you might want to grab a Pisces friend or an Aquarius friend around this time and just, you know, observe them, not in a creepy analytical way, but just try to, you know, jive with them. And, you know, if you study or take note of what a Pisces and an Aquarius is going through right now, you can kind of relate that to the collective. You can kind of relate that to our subconscious as a whole. So, you know, guys, very interesting time here. Very interesting time indeed. We are reaching the end of a cycle. Come Aries season next month, guys, we are going to be experiencing the astrological new year. I can't wait to talk more about that in March. And as far as the astrology portion goes, that's all that I have for you there. And of course, there's more weird stuff to talk about, but it has more to do with just the readings that I'm doing this month. So as far as the readings, I am seriously so excited because, you know, I'm a Pisces, you know, all this weird energy is going on right now. Well, I'm going to give you guys straight up intuitive readings. These readings are going to be straight up channeled, and I'm so excited. And now, for those of you who don't know what that means, it means that there is no structure. And, you know, I'm very, very psychic, especially around these times, guys. I'm coming up on my solar return. I'm going to be on Earth for another year. So these things are very, very, I'm very affected by these things is what I'm trying to say. I'm actually going to light some sage here for the collective. I actually was so excited that I did not sage before my video, but now we will sage together. So go ahead and breathe this in, and since I'm a Pisces, this is definitely available for you. Anyone who's watching, if you just need, I just burnt my nail. If you need any extra cleansing, anything like that, then just let it soak in, guys, because it's very important to cleanse around these times because there's so much energy coming in and out of our subconscious that you really just want to stay in tune with your own energy. And you want to stay in tune, especially this has everything to do with our intellect. It has everything to do with our subconscious. It has everything to do with our emotions, right? Pisces and Aquarius. February is so Aquarius, Pisces, you know, and those energies are literally a little bit difficult to explain, okay? So the way that I'm gonna do it is explain it by being my very weird self. And I'm not gonna really rehearse anything or make anything structured, because that's not how Pisces and Aquarius are. I mean, sure, Aquarius is a structured person, sure. But as far as what they know, as far as their knowledge, as far as the way they live their daily life, they experience strange things, strange synchronicities, strange thoughts. And Pisces and Aquarius might not feel super strange, but people certainly observe us that way. And I love weird. I love being weird. I love being strange. So I'm going to have a lot of fun this month, guys, just straight up giving you I'm really going to dive into my intuition. So I have no idea what's going to happen in these videos, because I'm going to let the universe literally tap in and work with me. And I'm going to work with the universe, and I'm going to be doing a lot of spirituality. I'm going to really get heavy into the incense, heavy into my crystals and my rocks over here, maybe even with some candles. I mean, that's how potent these energies are this month. I really want to get creative and be just my natural Pisces self. I have Mercury in Aquarius. I have Mercury in Venus. Venus entered Pisces, so I'll be working with that Venus collective love and beautiful energy. Anything can happen, guys. I have no idea. So you're in for a surprise. I want to really tap into your guys' subconscious. That's what I want to call these readings. They're very channeled from the universe, freestyle. They're very subconscious. So I just want to know. I think actually I'm going to save that for March. That's what my mind was thinking about for March. But for this month, very channeled, intuitive messages. Because what I didn't mention yet is Aquarius is the 12th house of Pisces. Pisces is the 12th house on the zodiac wheel. They're number 12. We only have 12 zodiac signs, and I know that there's that 13th zodiac sign. I don't really follow that. I just follow the 12 houses of the universe, right? So the zodiac sign behind you is always your 12th house, because the zodiac sign that you are is always your first house. So Pisces is my first house, and if you move back one, then you find yourself in Aquarius. So Aquarius and I have a very interesting relationship. I can always talk very strangely with an Aquarius. We have very strange and intellectual conversations, and there's even a little bit of hidden emotion behind the conversations. And I don't know if that's just because I'm a Pisces, or if it's because I have a Capricorn rising, or if it's because see, Capricorn is Aquarius's 12th house. So when I get with an Aquarius, it gets very otherworldly. It gets very subconscious. It gets very in that realm. It's hard to explain. So welcome to my world, guys. I'm going to be really using that 12th house energy of Aquarius. The sun is going to be in Aquarius as I do these videos. So I really want to shed awareness on the spirituality of things, the creativity of things. It's all about using your imagination. So you're going to see that through me this month, and how I literally, usually I have some sort of structure or some sort of theme, and I love a good theme. But this month, the theme is to not have a theme. And it's to really just freestyle and see what messages come up with you guys. And, I won't know until until the cards come out and show me. And I like that, because that's usually how I read my own tarot anyways. I just kind of ask Spirit what's going on, and then I just kind of let the messages fall out, and then almost instantly I am aware of what Spirit is trying to say. So if you're into that kind of thing, then you've reached the right video. And I just want to wish Aquarius and the February Pisces a very happy birthday this month, you guys, and everyone a happy Valentine's Day. And also, congratulations to Aries and Aquarius. Once again, shout out to my Aquarius and Aries followers. You guys had the most likes. You guys had the most views. So keep in tune for your video. I will definitely be pulling some extra cards for you guys to reveal some hidden energies for you. So you guys get kind of a little treat there. But for everyone else, don't worry. There's definitely going to be, some surprises in there for you as well. So guys, that is what's going on. A lot of mysterious energy, even more mysterious in March. Really excited to do those videos after my solar return has passed, things like that. But I think that's it. I think that's it for the intro video. And other than that, buckle up, you guys. We are in a rocket. I'm imagining us in a rocket right now. We are about to blast off and we are about to be abducted to a different realm where we can get some of the most amazing messages from spirit. So, guys, I hope you're ready. Buckle up, like I said, and enjoy your reading. See ya.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff.
Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your February video with me, Pisces Priestess. So, I'm not sure if you guys watched my intro video or not, but I am doing completely channeled intuitive messages, which I think is going to go super well for the water signs because we are so into that kind of emotional, watery energy, and that is very heavy in our universe right now because Pisces season is just around the corner, you guys. And as a water sign, Cancer, you are probably going to benefit a lot from this watery energy. I know as a Pisces, I benefit from Cancer season. So I believe and I would like to think that you guys benefit from Pisces season. And you're the first water sign that I'm recording in my videos so far. So I'm really excited. I'm always looking forward to the Cancer videos. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Saturn. Saturn is opposite of your house. Saturn is in your 7th house of relationships. Now, I do have a whole video about that. If you want to check out my videos, I have a video for each sign. So I have a video entirely about Saturn in your 7th house and karmic relationships, things like that. But I just wanted to talk to you a little bit because I have these notes here and I'm talking to all the signs about the energy that they could be experiencing in February. So, you know, Capricorn is your opposite sign and we do have Saturn in Capricorn. And, you know, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about how intense that could be. If you want to know how intense that can be, you can talk to any Gemini that you know about how the last 3 years of their life has been with Saturn in Sagittarius. Because that was when Saturn was opposite of their sign. Now it's opposite Cancer. And also Cancer, I didn't even write this down, but come November, you're going to be the North Node. And that's a topic that I'll save for another day, but you know, you can never prepare for something too much, in my opinion. Especially us emotional water signs. It's best for us to pour ourselves into things a little bit early so we can take the shape of it a little bit earlier and be a little extra prepared for the emotional wave. So that is something that's happening in November for you, Cancer, and I can't wait until the North Node is in Cancer. I know it's going to be an emotional time, but it's emotions that we all need to aim towards because people really like to deny their emotions, you know, even us water signs sometimes. And it's like, you know, might not be able to feel, you might not be able to see water, but you can definitely feel it. You know, it's clear, but it's there. So Cancer, this month we're going to be talking about your 2nd house and your 8th house. And next month we're going to be talking about your 3rd house and your 9th house. But this month we have a Leo. We had a Leo full moon last month in January 31st. That was an eclipse in your 2nd house of values and finances and personal resources. So you could have experienced certain, you know, completions. Ooh, I don't know why that just happened, but we have the Aries card showing up for you. So it might have a lot to do with your self-authority. That was interesting there. But yeah, Cancer, the 2nd house was eclipsed for you last. So we entered. Since that eclipse happened on January 31st, when anything happens on the last of the month, it definitely is going to reflect in the month to come. So January 31st, it really set the energy for February, and we're only on February 13th. So we're definitely still feeling that Leo eclipse, and we're going to be feeling it until the Aquarius eclipse in a few days on the 15th. So for you, I wanted to just take note and talk a little bit about that 2nd house energy for you, because it is definitely in full effect. Your resources, your values, you know, what it is that you have to offer, you know, everything that has a lot to do with your values, your finances, your personal resources could be experiencing certain completions and new beginnings there. So end of January, beginning of February, middle of March, you guys could be, you know, experiencing certain completions and new beginnings with your finances And maybe that could manifest in the way of a new job or a promotion or quitting a job or changing jobs or getting a new boss or becoming a boss. I'm not sure, but your second house is had a full moon in it. So if you're going through any of that, that is why. Now I want to talk more about what's going down because that full moon has already happened. So we're talking a little bit about the energy you might be able to feel. But on the 15th, we have a new moon in your 8th house. Now, your 8th house is Aquarius, Cancer. So, let's see here. Your 8th house is Aquarius, Cancer. And your 8th house has everything to do with shared resources, right? We had a full moon in your resources, your values, your finances. And now we're moving over to shared resources, shared finances, shared values, intimacy, intimate secrets. This is the house of Scorpio, traditionally. So this is a water house, and it has everything to do with what you keep inside, what you feel. So it might relate to what you feel about the people around you, Cancer, what you feel about the groups of people you work with or the community that you live in, what you feel about your hopes, dreams, and your wishes. So you could be really feeling the feels about that, especially around the time of the new moon. And new moons are a great time. It's a great opportunity to really plant metaphorical seeds that you have the intent of growing in your future. So for you, Cancer, around the 15th, 16th, 17th, I'd really be thinking about what it is that, what it is that you want to share with other people. And if you've been oversharing, this is a good time to balance out the relationship between what you have and what others have, and what you share with people, what you keep for yourself. And since you're a water sign, Cancer, that might manifest in a way of emotion. Us water signs, the most beautiful and valuable thing that we can give you of ourselves is our time and our emotion, our emotional value. So that might come up for you as a Cancer, as a cardinal water sign, okay? So I do think that that's it, Cancer, as far as astrology. I probably might go back to a few things as the reading goes, but I really want to get into your subconsciously channeled message. So Spirit, this is for Cancer. I'd like to open up the space for Cancer, the cardinal water sign. And I would like to make myself available for any messages that you would like to talk to Cancer about. Please give me the ability to interpret them properly and to see the message from you, angels. So, let's see here. What can come up for Cancer? Oh, okay. Well, right away we have the Devil coming out. That card just flipped right over. And that's okay, because that's your opposite sign. So we're going to be talking about Capricorn energy here in the beginning of your reading. Okay, what else for Cancer? Cancer, 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 Cancer. Cancer, February 2018. Okay, we have a Taurus and a Capricorn on the table already. So that is a very, very earth energy. I'm a water sign dealing with an earth sign too. So, Okay, we have the moon coming up, which is me and this is the Pisces and Cancer card. Pisces is ruled by the tarot, the moon card, but you're ruled by the moon planet-wise. So I'm going to go ahead and say, and then we have that Emperor just sneaking up in the back. So I'm going to pull him out a little bit just so I remember him. So we have 6 cards on the table for you, Cancer, to start off your reading. And this is a little bit how Gemini's reading went too. And this is just how Spirit would like to talk to you. Perhaps it's just better for me as a channeler to see it lined up this way. So the Devil card flipped over very, very, I had a weird energy about this card when it flipped over, Cancer. And I hope you guys caught that on camera. I'm feeling a lot here. I'm feeling a lot of emotion. I'm feeling very chained and restricted as I talk about this card. This card came up for Gemini just a second ago too, and I felt a completely different energy for you. I really want to just focus on your energy. Now, this is your opposite sign. We talked a little bit about Saturn in Capricorn. Karmic relationships, right? Well, this is a good picture to describe a karmic relationship, because karmic relationships are relationships that are very, very vital to our path, and it's as if we have to hash out the karma with this person in order to move on, in order to get to our real soulmate, to get to our real twin flame. So a lot of you Cancers out there, especially those who feel led to watch this video, you're dealing with a rather dark force in your life. Perhaps some addiction, perhaps some manipulation, and something very toxic. I'm feeling it. It's very heavy, a lot of emotion. It's almost as if you can't even cry anymore about it because it's been in your life for so long. You felt chained for it for so long that you've actually began to accept it. So this is very much about breaking those chains, especially with the Queen of Swords back here as an underlying energy. Okay, you have the power, you have the mental power to break these chains with whether this is a person, place, or thing. For some of you, this is your own shadow self. For some of you, this is your own demons, your own, 8th house energy, which you are going through 8th house energy. And you are going through a new moon in your 8th house. So a lot of your darkness is going to come to the forefront, Cancer. And it's so that you can look it in the face. And as a Cancer, I believe all water signs have really dark shadow sides, like me. My shadow side is as dark as my light side is beautiful. So for you to be a Cancer, your opposite sign is Capricorn. And look what Capricorn is symbolized in the tarot. You have a heavy, heavy earth energy coming up. So, I believe that you're dealing with opposite forces. And see, me and you, Cancer, we're very emotional. We're more comfortable with these water energies, right? With our intuition, with psychic, with feelings, with emotions, with spirituality. And there's a reason why earth signs are opposite of us, because they deal more with grounded logic, analyzation, money, the real world, physical reality. And water signs deal with more of the ethers, more of the spiritual realm. So with this Devil card here, I do feel that you are chained to a certain toxic situation that has just been opposing you for too long. Some of you. And I believe that this is actually here for a reason though, Cancer. Because you're going through this 8th house new moon. And when you go through a new moon in your 8th house, it's almost as if your darkness is being renewed. And I don't mean that in a scary, evil way. It's good for your darkness to be renewed, because there could be really old things in your subconscious, in your dark shadow self that just no longer align with you. Everybody has light and dark, Cancer. And, we have to deal with those things and accept those things and, respond to those things accordingly in order to grow as people. And what I want to mention here about this Devil card is that this is a subconscious card. This is coming up in a subconscious way. Now, it can be very real. For some of you, I feel that this is literally a real, breathing, existing energy in your life through a person, through a job, through a family member. You know who this is. You know who this person is because you're a Cancer and you're one of the most psychic signs of the zodiac. So you know what this energy, and I'm not even going to say a person, even though I do feel that this is a very real thing in your life that you're experiencing. You're not just feeling it or thinking about it. It shows its face to you. But this is nonetheless a subconscious card. And it comes up as a subconscious card in efforts to show you that energies like this have to be handled in a different realm. What do you know? The realm that we're most comfortable in, that spiritual, psychic realm. So come Pisces season, Cancer, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio are about to go through a lot of change because the sun is traveling through Pisces, the last water sign. And Pisces is the combination between all zodiac signs. So I believe that when Pisces season rolls around, all zodiac signs are called to spiritual action. And you're going to feel it, Cancer. Scorpio's going to feel it. And, subconsciously, we're going to be in a very spiritual, watery place. Back where we belong. Back where we belong as water signs. We've been away from that place for far too long. And I'm seeing here that that is the best way to handle this energy in your life. Because they won't see it coming. This person can only manipulate you. Yes, they're a very skilled manipulator. They can even be an emotional manipulator. They can even be a physical manipulator, a mental manipulator, right? I'm not gonna downplay this energy. It's a very, very clever energy, but not clever enough because it's not prepared for what's about to happen. It's not prepared for what Pisces is going to bring you. And trust me, Cancer, I got your motherfucking back. Energetically, collectively, Pisces loves Cancer. I love all signs, but I love water signs. Like, you guys are on the same elemental team as me, so I got your back. And I'm going to be sending out a lot of healing energies for you to beat this energy. And it's different for all of you. For some of you, it's a relationship. For some of you, it's a job. For some of you, it's your own toxic emotional darkness. But whatever this energy is, it's being symbolized by this devil card to show me that it is one of the darkest. And I believe all water signs are really battling dark shit right now. I do believe that. I am very much battling dark shit right now. So you're not alone, Cancer. And the reason why I brought up the fact that this is a subconscious energy is because you have power over the subconscious. You are the moon. You are ruled by the moon. So we have the moon here. So there's a very heavy subconscious energy here in your reading. And I'm being led to tell you to ground your subconscious as well, because there's a heaviness. There's a chained, heavy burden following you around that's still in your life, that it's really time to, you know, see that for what it is, instead of seeing it in a beautiful way like you do as a water sign, just like Pisces. Pisces can actually make this energy look beautiful. We understand this energy. We become the energies around us as water signs. So you've been around this devil so long that you're actually turning into that devil too. See, these people, they used to be human, but now they're growing horns and a fiery red tail. They're turning into this thing that they've allowed to control them for so long. So you want to be careful when you let people into your subconscious energy like that, Cancer, because that's where your power lies. And manipulators know that. Whoever this is in your life, whatever this energy is, it knows you pretty well. And it knows how to get to you, and it's through your emotional subconscious. But Cancer, one thing about this card is that they are chained and they feel stuck, right? There is no door out of this realm. There's all darkness. But once you realize what's going on, once you open your eyes and realize the manipulation, the toxicity, you know, the codependency, the chains here, you don't want to be chained. You're a water sign. You can't trap water. Water can rust iron when given enough time. When water is trapped, it creates a new path. I heard that on one of my favorite movies, Memoirs of a Geisha. When water is trapped, it creates a new path. Water is one of the most powerful elements. Okay, and it's a powerful element right now because the sun is day by day is getting closer and closer to this mutable Pisces energy, which is going to help you with all the different emotions you're feeling, Cancer. Instead of feeling chained to these emotions, instead of feeling chained to this dark energy, you need to mentally gain clarity over this burden, over this chaining karmic situation. Because look at the chains. These people are not chained here. There is no lock. There is no, you're not really stuck here. Look at how little this neck is and how big the chain is. They could easily lift those chains and get out of there, out of the power of this evil force, this toxic darkness. But the thing is they've been there for so long. They've accepted this as their fate, and they're comfortable there, which is a scary thought, because the more you stay in this dark place, Cancer, the more you become like that darkness. It's almost as if, like, what the universe just showed me is a beautiful ocean and just a bunch of tar being poured into that beautiful, pure water. There's a lot of tar in your metaphorical waters, Cancer, and it's time to cleanse. It's time to cut out toxic energies from your life. You're not chained to them. You don't need to be with them. You don't have to heal them anymore. You don't have to emotionally be manipulated by them anymore. Let them fall. Let them starve. I know Pisces and Cancer can be very kind and very nurturing, but the cards don't lie. And I see a heavy Capricorn and Taurus energy, and even a Pisces energy, even a Libra, Gemini, I'm having a blank here. Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini energy. There we go. Perhaps an Aquarius is who's manipulating you guys, because they didn't even want me to say their name. And I love Aquarius energy, but for you guys, there could be Aquarius in your life that is really trying to hide themselves. They're very emotionally cold. See, this is what I think. I think you guys are experiencing situations where you're being emotionally manipulated, because so am I. And, you know, it doesn't have to be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or it could be any sign. For some of you, it's this Aries that's just sneaking behind your reading. Some of you Cancers are with an Aries, or you're with someone with Aries in their chart. You don't want to get too hung up on the sign, because it doesn't have to be an Aries individual. It could be someone who's just an asshole, someone who's all about them, myself, me. And this guy, this emperor, see, the thing about powerful figures like this is that they're used to controlling things. They're used to being in power. So they kind of get high off of controlling other people. So, you know, there's a lot of cardinal energy here for you too. You're dealing with a lot of king energy. So, you know, if you're not dealing with a noble king, you're dealing with a king that is a dictator. You're not dealing with someone who's powerful in a good way. You're dealing with someone who's powerful in a bad way. And this Aries here is just sneak. So it doesn't have to be an Aries. It could be an emperor. Someone who's being the emperor over your emotion. This is an emperor. This is someone who's being an emperor. You know, this is power too. But it's power used in a bad way. So that's definitely coming up for you guys. Definitely something that Pisces Priestess wanted to talk to you about, because I'm honest. And I talk to people about what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. And I have a very special relationship with my cards. So the cards tell me what it is that I need to hear. I'm seeing here that you need a lot of mental clarity right now. You need emotional clarity over a very heavy situation that you've been carrying around for a long time, Cancer. You need clarity. And I do see that you've been with somebody who is not very emotional. You know, they're more so about logic. And, you know, maybe it's not even about that Queen of Swords. It's more so about this King of Pentacles. He's more cold than the Queen of Swords. Well, these both are cold. And it depends on who they are in your life. I think that Queen of Swords is more so, she kind of got upset at me when I said that. I feel an upset energy about her, so I'm sorry. This is more about mental clarity. She's here to help you. She's here to help you on a new journey mentally, okay? Sorry, Queen of Swords. This Queen of Swords is helpful to you, to most of you. As far as the cold energy goes, I need to redirect my attention to this earth sign, or to this grounded figure that cares more about money than they do your feelings. They care more about work than they do your heart. You know, you may have been spending too much time around this workaholic energy. And for the others of you, if that doesn't apply, then this is just talking about you embodying this energy. Because remember, I told you that you're turning into this energy, because that's what we do. We do that as water signs because it's one of our superpowers. Like, okay, if you can't beat them, join them. And we're able to join these energies in a way where we're still not affected. So I'm going back to that ocean, tar being poured into that ocean. We're still water. Yeah, you've poured your toxic dump into us, but we are still water. We can still cleanse ourselves spiritually. And, you know, you might be embodying, you know, we're really clever, Pisces and Cancer and Scorpio, because we can turn into any energy we want. Water takes the shape of its container. So if you pour us into a circle container, we'll look circle for you. But you see, water reflects. Water reflects. So I'm seeing here that you're chained to someone who's kind of dark. And, you know, I don't mean to keep saying bad things about the person that you're with. Some of you are with very dark people. Some of you aren't. But see, this is the thing, is that they don't even have to be dark or evil or mean or anything like that. They just might not be good for you, Cancer. This could be someone who's just not emotional enough for you. They don't make you emotionally happy. So instead of feeling in harmony with this first person, you feel chained and karmically bound to them. So the only way to get freed from it is to mimic them a little bit. You know, you mimicked them as the King of Pentacles, which is why you're kind of showing, you're like, okay, you're doing it to be smart. You know, but at the same time, you're literally draining yourself emotionally as you stay chained here. And even though you're very powerful, in that not all of you exist on the physical realm. You're only physically trapped with this person. You are not Emotionally trapped, because emotionally you're the moon. And in a couple of days, you're going to be completely hidden from that energy, and they're not going to know what to do. And then come the new moon in Pisces next month, they're not going to know what to do. They're losing control over you, and they're trying to manipulate you emotionally so that you stay, so that you don't wake up and see what's going on. But you already know. You're just pretending to embody this more physical King of Pentacles energy so that you can blend in a little bit and work behind the scenes. Go ahead with your bad self, Cancer. Be in that moon. The moon always keeps a side of herself hidden. And so Pisces and Cancer can be a little bit that way too. This is the eclipse energy as well. You know, I believe that that Pisces season and the eclipse season is really going to ground you, because this King of Pentacles is also a symbol of feeling really grounded in your emotion because of that Pisces energy, because of that eclipse coming up in your 8th house. It's really going to ground you in your own darkness. And it's okay to get grounded in this energy, because if you get grounded in it, you're going to look it in the face. And if you look it in the face, you'll see the chains and you'll remove them. And you will wake up and you will remove the energy that this person thought they had control over. But you might want to, you know, I don't blame you for becoming a little bit like them for the time being. I'm seeing here that you may be married, because this is the marriage card for some of you. This is a traditional marriage coming up for some of you. And, you know, you could be married to this toxic devil, because these cards are pretty similar too. Taurus and Capricorn, very similar energies, just one's fixed and one's cardinal. So this is action and stable. So it's important that you make the changes and you take the time to stabilize your emotions, stabilize your environment and your real life. Stabilize it and create action against this. Action and stability. Action and stability is what will get you away. And it's interesting because that's exactly what this King of Pentacles is trying to embody in the middle. But we see these two figures here. And look at here, the keys to those chains. You see the keys down here? So these two people are not chained there seriously. They just have to learn something. This is the card of learning. This is the card of education. So you need to educate yourself in this dark energy. That's why Cancer is going through an 8th house transition with this eclipse on the 15th. You're going to learn the true nature and the true essence of energies like this in your life. The true essence of your opposite sign, Capricorn, and anybody else who feels opposite of you. Anybody else who doesn't do things the way that you do things or think or feel the way that you feel. You're going to be learning about that. And you're going to be learning about the true nature of your emotion. Now let's look at these cards as clarifications really quickly here. So we have the Devil card being clarified by the Ten of Wands. Very heavy. This is very burden. This is a very big burden for you. Look at how heavy. He is carrying all of this load, but you know, this is a completion. This is the Ten of Wands. So I see here that there is a completion happening. And that could have been the completion happening with the Leo eclipse. This is the dark, you know what I mean? So this could be certain energies that you're getting out of your life finally, because this is the number 10, you know what I mean? So it's a completion passionately with this subconscious energy. Some of you could be going through a heavy burden with a Capricorn, or just heavy Capricorn energy with Saturn, or perhaps your career. You know, this card symbolizes a lot for a lot of you. It's different for all of you, but it seems a little toxic. So if this is about your finances, if this is about your job, Cancer, you're working too much and you're not getting paid enough. And somebody wants you to think that you're stuck in this career when you're going to learn about a different job for you. And that's going to be the key of your success to getting out of this toxic job, to getting into a more grounded, stable financial career. Instead of feeling like you're working like a horse and not getting paid in anything, not moving, not going anywhere, working hard, and this is not the extent of your life, Cancer. No way. You are not here to work and to be manipulated into this hard work. You're being manipulated into carrying what should be carried by 3 or more people. You're carrying the weight of like 3 or more people when you need to give back their bullshit to them. You know, this is not your responsibility. So drop that and start over with the Ace of Wands. So I see a heavy burden subconsciously. You're thinking of this. This could be a heavy subconscious burden that you're thinking about. And then we have the King of Pentacles clarified by the moon. So we have another water. This is water and earth. Water and earth is going to be very, very available in our universe soon. Because when Pisces season comes along after the 19th, then Virgo is going to be activated as well. So this is Virgo Pisces energy. I'm not sure if some of you are dealing with a Pisces or dealing with a Virgo or a Capricorn or a Taurus or just someone who's really grounded and emotionally cold. I do feel that you are, this is another subconscious card. Okay, so these two cards here, I think your subconscious is rather dark right now, Cancer, because you're going through a lot of 8th house energy. And subconsciously, you feel very chained to these burdens, right? Very heavy subconscious energy there. But you just need to ground yourself in your emotion. This person, place, or thing, or this job, this situation has made you step a little bit out of your emotion. But it's time. That was a trick. That was an evil manipulation. That's one of the most evil ways to manipulate a water sign, is to make them feel like their emotions are too heavy for them. Like, why would water be too heavy for us? We are water signs. You're ruled by the moon, Cancer. You literally control the tides. You control the ocean. The ocean's waves, right? The moon controls the ocean. You control emotion. That ocean of emotion, you control that. And, you know, it's interesting because that's when you're most grounded. So don't let somebody who doesn't come from where you come from tell you otherwise. This earth energy, this air energy, this emperor energy, this devil energy, they don't understand how at home you are in the world of emotion. So they think you are an emotional burden to them when they're a physical burden to you. So if you guys can't meet halfway towards a better solution, then you might need to walk away from them in order to have a more mentally clear life, in order to have self-clarity over here. The Emperor and this Queen of Wands talks all about self-clarity. This is you being the Emperor over your own mental, and this is you not being the Emperor over your own mental. This is someone else being the Emperor over what you think and feel, and that's not okay. It's time to regain that power and ground yourself in this eclipse that's happening in your 8th house. Use this energy to learn about what you feel and what you are. So we have this grounded, you have to ground your subconscious. And the subconscious is what's hidden. This is what's hidden. This is secrets and illusions, dreams and fantasy, everything that Pisces symbolizes, everything that water symbolizes. But this is also your emotional path. We have this path in between this dog and this wolf, and then this crayfish down here. So you really want to ground yourself in the watery emotion this month in February, especially after Pisces, after the sun enters Pisces on the 19th, you're going to be very at home. So why not ground yourself in this psychic, intuitive energy that you're very used to? Some of you are with earth signs. This is you, Cancer. This is Pisces and Cancer energy, water energy, and earth energy. So grounded emotion, grounded subconscious. And I also see here that there's a heavy subconscious. There's a lot of heavy emotion you're carrying around. Don't worry, this is just the time for that. Pisces season, everybody's going to be feeling like this to a certain degree, but especially you and Scorpio. You know, all year long. All Aries season, Taurus season, all the way to Pisces season. We're reaching the end of the zodiac wheel until we start over in Aries. Okay? So we're reaching the end here, and when we reach the end of a cycle, we have to reflect on what it is coming full circle. And that could seem pretty heavy, you know, because as water signs, we feel things with our entire being. So when you let yourself submerge in emotion and in the way that you feel, sometimes things that you used to feel come back up. Sometimes it's heavy. Water is very heavy. but water also makes the burden lighter. So I feel that water is going to be what helps you, Cancer. And it's going to be that Pisces spiritual psychic energy that helps you with this burden, this subconscious burden that you've been carrying around, that you feel chained to. Now we have the Four of Cups here as well, being validated with the Hierophant. So you're being asked to learn about your emotion, learn about what you feel. You know, this card talks a lot about meditation, someone who's in deep thought about emotion. So you are very focused on a third party situation or on 3 different emotions that you feel: anger, sadness, loneliness, poverty, scared, anxiety, whatever you're focusing on down here. This man, he has his arms crossed in a defensive mode. He's defensively postured and he's focused down here, but he's literally missing this opportunity here. You see this cloud, this little figure is coming out of nowhere and giving Cancer this newfound emotion. This is Pisces season. This is Pisces season, literally delivering you the answer to your problem. This is you thinking about how much you've been emotionally manipulated, how stuck you feel with a certain person, place, or thing. But you want to be careful, Cancer, and make sure you're keeping your head up this month, and make sure you're emotionally, this is literally you grounding yourself in your subconscious, because he is in deep thought, which has everything to do with the subconscious, and he's behind earth. He's sitting by a tree, thinking logically about these emotions. So, you know, that's coming up too, Cancer, is that you might want to think logically. You know, make sure by all means that you're feeling the feels, because you're going to feel them no matter what. Water is coming into this universe no matter what. And water is starting to fill up our subconscious as we speak. This eclipse, all this moon energy, you're ruled by the moon. So you're always moody, you know? I would be too if I was ruled by the moon. Shit. So this is grounding your emotions and making sense out of all that you feel logically. So that this energy here, that is how you're going to beat this energy. Because this energy only masters the manipulative subconscious state of mind. But it can't exist in a place of this, in this magical place. And you can be both. They're going to be so confused, this job or this person, place, or situation. They're going to be so confused when you're mastering both the physical and the emotional. You know, people don't understand that water can embody anything. So there is something here about making your emotions real to drop these heavy burdens. And to realistically see emotion as valuable. You know, it's so interesting that that's coming up for you, because the 2nd house, this is your 2nd and your 8th house. And, you know, that might be what's keeping you chained and burdened by this person, place, or thing. Because right now, Cancer is being asked to look at what you do for other people and what's yours. So what is yours, Cancer? Well, for starters, your fucking emotions. The way that you feel is damn sure yours. Do not let anybody manipulate you out of the way that you feel. You deserve at least that. Your psychic abilities, your feelings, your emotions, your spirituality, that belongs to you by your birthright, by the right of the moon. That belongs to you. So if someone's taking your money, you know, that sucks too. But don't let them take your feelings. Don't let them take your everything that you're made of, because it's just going to distract you from a beautiful opportunity coming in. A lot of new emotion coming in for you, Cancer. And it's coming because you're in deep thought, and the universe loves Cancer. So there's a lot of emotion coming in here. And we have this Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck because there's a new mental beginning coming for you. The Fool card is a new beginning. It's the number 0. Whoops, the number 0 up there. The sun is shining. Okay, so this is a new beginning caused by some sort of clarity or truth. You just say, fuck it. Maybe you embody this more so cold energy temporarily. Temporarily, you embody these cold figures, but you keep your emotion in your subconscious. You can always tap into your emotion. You are the ocean. And once you gain this mental clarity over situations like this, they are cut out of your life with this beautiful, trusty, divine Ace of Swords that the Queen of Swords holds. And you're chopping through the mental confusion and the mental cloudiness to get to a more clear skies, a clear mind. And that's when these cards go hand in hand. There's a new beginning because of mental clarity. Mental clarity allows you a new beginning. This is a new beginning with truth. The truth will set you free to a new beginning, but you're going to have to take a certain risk because the Fool card is definitely reached the edge. And he's just, the sky's the limit, you know. It doesn't matter at this point because he's willing to embrace anything that's coming his way. So we have new mental clarity, but you see this King of Cups? That's your energy, Cancer. Even if you're a woman, you're coming up as a very masculine energy. And this King of Cups, he wears his emotions proudly. You see the little necklace he wears? This is a fish necklace to symbolize the fact that he loves his emotions, even as a man, even as a king, even as an emperor, even as a person of authority. Look at his wand. He knows that this is where he belongs, in the sea, with his cup. He's being authentic, you know, not the King of Pentacles. Sure, this transit, this era of your life when you were this King of Pentacles, sure, it was probably helpful, especially if you were dealing with an energy like this. But ultimately, you're going to be led back to who you're really meant to be, who you're authentically meant to be, your authentic emotion, the way you truly feel. And this is everything to do with that new beginning that you're going to go on. You're comfortable in the sea. You can wear your emotions proudly and still have authority. It's when you try to have authority over this kind of stuff and this kind of stuff. You know, it makes you distracted. Look at how you're coming up here. All these earthly problems that you're overwhelming yourself with make you feel trapped, make you feel burdened. Don't worry, I tried to be the King of Pentacles for a little while too, but now I'm giving back into my water side, my emotional side, because this is what I'm more so comfortable with. And I'm thinking it's the same for you, Cancer. And we have this marriage card here, and we have the Death card. So there's a transformation going on as well. A transformation in the home life, a transformation in a certain marriage or union. So, you know, this could be, for some of you, this could be this energy transforming. And if you're with a twin flame, that eclipse on the 15th is said to change twin flames. It's going to change the vibration of the twin flame union. So it could possibly, these water energies are so beautiful that it could turn this devil energy into this Four of Wands. And if there's anybody that can do that, it would be Scorpio, because this is the Scorpio card. Scorpio can transform any darkness and purify it. I love Scorpio. Scorpio is so pure. And this is the 8th house. You're going through an 8th house transit with this eclipse. Isn't that cool? The eclipse is happening in your 8th house on the 15th. And that is going to, see, the 8th house has everything to do with transformation. So whatever dies, even if this energy dies, if anything on the table, some of your emotions might die off, you know, but you know that you can create new emotional situations, Cancer. We are always adding water to our life. Even when it's manipulated, even when it feels heavy, even when it's hidden, even when we don't see it, it's there to be felt. And you're going through a transformation here. Because of your 8th house, there are certain things that are being purified in your life. That's why the darkness came up. This energy is being purified. So this is either you, your darkness, certain things you feel chained to, or an actual relationship that you're in. Because Capricorn is your 7th house. So you guys are used to being with Capricorn-like energies. You guys are used to being with grounded, you know, Earth is opposite of us. So as me, a Pisces, Virgo is my opposite energy. And I've spent some time, I've been in relationships with Virgos, and it's actually not that bad. It's just that they don't really emotionally fulfill me, but they make up for that in foundation. They make up for that in logically. So you're going through a certain transformation, Cancer, that I think you'll understand more. The happiness will come in after these dark energies are purified. You are dealing with a little bit of dark emotion as well. I am seeing that you are dealing with dark emotion. But the way to handle that is right here in the middle of your reading is the moon. That is your energy. 1 second, Cancer. I'll be right back. I had to let my dog out because I think he's either going to bark or get something to drink. So if you hear my dog bark, I'm sorry. I'll try to focus. But you see, this energy is transforming for you, Cancer. And I was saying dark emotion because the moon controls our inner feelings. It controls what we hide. It controls how we feel. It controls the soul. So your soul is the center of this reading. And I think that there are some heavy chains hooked to you, Cancer. Got you right by the neck, right by the throat chakra, so that you can't speak. But look at how your reading ends. With you freeing your throat chakra. Isn't that beautiful? Look at your throat chakra here. Wow. Look at what the chain turns into. You see how here in the Devil card, he's got a chain around his neck? But look at what it turns into. You create your own emotional chain. You turn that chain into a necklace that you wear proudly. And that's just so beautiful. I'm not sure if you catch that metaphor there. But instead of feeling chained to a certain entity, you chain yourself. It's better to chain yourself to something that is of you, not something that is trying to turn you into something that you're not. So, you know, instead of feeling chained, now there's this, see, when you try to resist things, and you see, resistance is when something's chained up and trying to get away. Don't try to get away, Cancer, because the universe is putting you in these dark situations for a reason, to see if you will break the chains. But you're not going to break them by running away, you see what I mean? You're going to break them by really submerging in this dark energy. You can handle it, Cancer. It's your time. It's your time to handle these dark energies for your own self-benefit, for the benefit of those around you, for the universe's benefit. And you're going to do it by embracing what it is that is supposed to be of you. Not these dark energies. You can turn anything into a positive flow. So it's interesting here that there are some dark, heavy emotions that you're dealing with. But as long as you ground those emotions, there's going to be this new journey of communication, this new journey of clarity. And this energy becomes more stabilized and more traditional. You learn from this energy. And certain things that are hidden from you, as long as you pay attention to the emotion, because this is right by the moon. And you're not paying attention here. So just be very careful of opportunities missed. But I don't think you're going to miss the opportunity, because you become the King of Cups. There's this new emotional beginning. We have the King of Cups and the Queen of Swords on either side of the Fool. So there's a new journey with, you could be with an air sign, some of you. And for others of you, I just see that you're in a very emotionally mental relationship. And if you're in an emotional mental relationship, the dark part of that is very much manipulative, because emotions are not supposed to be stuck in the head. You know, when you're thinking with your earthly logical mind, emotions kind of take the back seat. But see, if you gain power over these emotions, over these thoughts, over these emotional thoughts, these are emotional thoughts. And if you allow yourself to feel them, they're going to have a less of a chance to chain you and feel manipulative. For some of you, this is literally just your emotions. You feeling chained to your emotions when really you should be rocking them like a fucking new coat. You are your emotions, Cancer. And I don't know what has been happening to make you feel like you're separate from your emotions, but you're not, honey child, baby boo. You are not separate from your emotions. You are your emotions. Your emotions aren't heavy. Your perception of your emotion is heavy. You're so strong, Cancer. You're the moon. And there's been some things hidden from you for a while, because it was for your own benefit. But now those things are coming from the shadows, trying to make themselves known from you, because you're ready now. You're stronger now. It's divine timing now. Now it's aligned. So you're being given these 4 of Cups. And back to this transformation. Whatever union or whatever celebration's going on here, you're going to be celebrating because you're transforming. And a transformation is going to be celebrated. This purification of the emotions, because this is stable emotion. Scorpio is the fixed water sign. So your 8th house, you're going to fix it. You're going to stabilize it. And it's interesting. We have we have Scorpio and Taurus here. So I'm not sure if any of you have Scorpio Taurus energy, but this is an opposition. Just like Cancer and Capricorn. This is earth and water again, but in a more stable way. So I think this is the universe showing me that Cancer needs to stabilize both what's real and what they feel. Your reading is all about grounded emotion and celebrating what happens when water meets earth. What happens when, you stabilize earth and water. I mean, they both can get along. Water can water earth. This can water this. This can ground this. Earth grounds emotions. Water nourishes the earth. And there's a celebration between these elements. There's a celebration going on in the universe. And it can play itself out through relationships that you have with others or with yourself, with your own grounded emotion. So I see grounded emotion and I see intellectual emotion. I see communicating the emotions. This new journey of communication, new journey of emotion. What was hidden coming to the light with this eclipse. And there is this little bit of a confused energy about a new beginning. We have the Ace of Pentacles coming out. A lot of past heartbreak. But new love coming in, because now we have the Knight of Cups, which is a Pisces energy, which is a water sign energy, but bump that, it don't gotta be none of those signs. This is a love offer coming in, either from someone new or from someone from the past. But whatever it is, this offer is coming in slowly but surely after a heartbreak. So don't be afraid to let certain things go, Cancer, because they're coming right back to you, but they're going to be better for you. Look at this guy. He is in your world. This is someone who Cancer can understand. This is someone who will understand Cancer. Someone who's pure. Someone who's holding a cup of emotion, ready to emotionally connect with you and not manipulate you anymore. And even though he's protected and guarded, he's protected with his own intuition, just like you. See the fish? And his horse is white, so he's pure in action. And he's emotional and compassionate and lovely and kind, he or she. But this is either a person, place, or thing, or a certain emotional situation that turns a really heartbreaking, confusing time around. This is that transformation we're talking about. And we have a lot of heartbreak or betrayal, or, you need to communicate from your heart. That's what this card means to me. That's why the swords are penetrating through the heart. Because you really want to communicate about how hurt you are, about how mentally cluttered you feel. It's okay to be honest about how you feel, Cancer, because you're a little bit confused right now. There's a lot being offered to you. You feel confused emotionally because of Pisces season, but the universe is offering you the logic to ground that. It's offering you something very real. You're being offered quite a lot here. Possibly a new job. This could be that second house. This is shared resources. This is your resources. Okay. So I'm liking your reading. So let's hopefully you understood that part of it, because we're getting a little bit to about an hour of talking, and I didn't want to make these videos super long. So just remember that mental clarity was a thing there too. Having mental clarity over situations where you felt left out in the cold, where you felt financially unstable, that in the future, those things are all going to be worked on, Cancer. But first, you have got to get back in touch with your emotion. I don't care who you are. If you are a Cancer, you are a big ball of emotion, male or female, young or old. You are a cardinal water sign. And astrology has never lied to me before. I know you might be a Cancer with heavy earth energy, but I'm a Pisces. And I have heavy earth energy too, but I'm still really fucking emotional. I have a lot of fucking feelings. Okay? So what's coming up now is the Four of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. Woo. 1 second, Cancer. Because this thing on my wall keeps falling down. And I'm just going to take it down for now, until I can hang it up later. So, okay, I think this is a good place to stop. It's interesting, because we have the Emperor again at the bottom of your deck. Let's see what's behind this Emperor. Okay. So, we'll get to that in a minute, Cancer. Isn't that interesting? So, let's talk about what the universe actually it has a message for you for. So, we have the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords talks all about rest. It talks about prayer. This is a mental energy. So, mentally, emotionally, I don't have any doubts for you. None at all. Because I know that water signs are very comfortable in water. So, you know, you might be feeling a little mental now because it's Aquarius season still, but come the 19th, it's going to be Pisces season until March 20th. And then, you know, this could be Aries season because Aries season is next month. So I'm not sure there, but I'm thinking other things about that Emperor. So mentally, you're really being asked to rest and to slow your mind down because Cancer, since you're a cardinal water sign, you're all about action emotionally. So when you feel something, you want to do something about it immediately. Some of you, the way that you do that is to just sit with the emotion and feel something inside mentally, but you're being asked to rest because of that. Because I know that you feel a lot right now. I know that you're thinking a lot. And I know that you're really wanting to pick up the pace with certain things, but you're being asked to just to sit on that feeling, as above, so below, as without, so within. So you're being asked to kind of go inwards and pray and meditate. Look how golden he is. Relax, Cancer. Pray and meditate this month. Especially about the thoughts that you have, just hang them up for a little while, you know. There's this thought here is what you're going to come to a certain thought during meditation, because this is the Four of Swords. So we have these 3 swords up here that you're aware of, but this sword you don't see until you're asleep. See that? So you could gain mental clarity through your dreams this month. So pay attention to any symbolism in your dream. Pay attention to anything that comes to you mentally, because you're very psychic, Cancer. And the reason why you're psychic is because you create emotional thought. So when you create emotional thought with things, you know what to think about something and what to feel about it. Okay? So we have this card coming up for you because you need to balance your mental state. And this is such an accurate card for you right now because this is the give and the take. You see this man here? He is balancing and giving this man breadcrumbs. So this is someone who's without, this is someone who has. The have and the have-nots and the balance between. Now that sounds a lot like your 2nd house of personal resources and your 8th house of shared resources. So you're going to have to rest before you balance your finances out, before you balance your real world out, because remember everything else that was on the table? You have all that to deal with too. That devil energy that came out, that devil energy that's still at the bottom of your reading. Very strong subconscious manipulative devil energy for Cancer this month. So there's a strong need to balance your real world out. And the way to do that as a water sign is to just sleep. Water signs need sleep. Pisces and Cancer the most. Pisces and then Cancer and then Scorpio. Scorpio probably sleeps the least. And you know, I don't know though. You could sleep the least because you're a cardinal sign, so you like to move a lot. You like to work. You like to create emotional action towards something. But you're really being asked to balance out your mental. And make sure you're taking the rest. Make sure you're healing yourself. This is healing. And make sure you're giving as much as make sure you're getting as much as you're giving. The give and the take needs to be balanced out. Especially when you're going through an 8th and 2nd house transit. Alright? So make sure that the people you're giving these breadcrumbs to, that they balance out, that they pay you back, that they actually appreciate you. Because see, as water signs, we don't really care about money that much. We just want to make sure that you deserve this. So if I'm always there for you to balance you out and to help you, when I'm feeling down and out, when I'm dealing with manipulative devils, well, I want you to be there for me too. And Cancer, I'm not sure which person you are here. You could be the one who is rich and who has a lot of money right now, or you could be here on your knees receiving breadcrumbs from someone else. But either way, the universe is really putting you in a position, making you reflect on who gives and who takes from you, and how you give and how you take. It's because you're dealing with a 2nd house and 8th house transit. Leo is your 2nd house. We had a full moon there. Aquarius is your 8th house. We have an eclipse there in a new moon. So there's going to be new beginnings and endings and completions with who gives and receives. And the best way to balance that out is to just make sure you're getting the rest that you need, okay? Now let's talk about this Aries and this devil. Alright, here we are again. But you know what I see this as, Cancer? Is you gaining authority over this devil energy. This is an Aries and a Capricorn. Some of you might be dealing with an Aries. Some of you might be dealing with a Capricorn. But this is self-demons. And this is gaining authority over yourself. through rest, through, you're healing yourself, you're balancing your subconscious out. I hope you see that, because we have these two cards validating each other. Resting, because the Emperor is all about action too. This is passion. Maybe you're feeling very fiery, Cancer, so you're coming up as the Emperor. Maybe you're the Emperor over your subconscious. Maybe you're the Emperor over your emotions. And I think you're going to gain more of that power through rest and healing. Because this is literally saying, Cancer, heal yourself. Cancer, make sure you're self-resting. But, these cards are what came out together. So it came out like this. It was the Aries card, and I wanted to see what was behind it, so it was this. So you're literally going to be, you are going to conquer. This is a power couple, to be honest. Capricorn and Aries is a power couple. You are going to gain victory and authority over the energies in your life that present themselves like this. And you're being asked to see these things from a different way. The Hanged Man is about enlightenment. So this Devil, even this Emperor, it's all so that you can see your world in a different way, Cancer. You're being enlightened. This is change. This is good luck. This is completions. Your world is about to change and flip upside down. And you have flipped your own self upside down in order to see something from a different perspective. You also have this Ace of Wands, the passionate journey, in order to walk away from emotional situations that no longer serve you. But you're going to have to see your world through a different light. This is the different perspective card. Take a different perspective, just like I had to while reading for you. I did not like seeing this, but I had to stick through and really communicate with you about what this Devil could mean for you. But this Devil is very much in your reading this month in February. So I just think that means you're battling a lot of subconscious energies. You're battling a lot of karmic situations and dark energies, people, places, and things, in all kinds of situations. You will know what this Devil represents for you. But this is the end of your reading, and it's coming up that you're going to be the Emperor over that darkness. You are going to be the Emperor of your 8th house. You're going to be the Emperor of your own hidden emotions. And this Devil energy, you're going to transform it into power. And so you have a lot coming up, Cancer. So make sure that you rest and make sure that you are balancing out how much you give and take right now. People always like to ask Cancer for shit. They like to just dump their emotional problems on you. Well, you might need to tell them, you might need to hit them with the curve. Because right now, it's really just time for you to rest, okay? So that's how I'm going to end your reading. And before I do that, I really wanted to, see this Devil card here? I'm going to put some healing energies over that card because he's just upset. That Devil card, well, he's just really, you've got to have been through some really fucked up stuff to be this. So this Devil, this subconscious energy is going to be covered with these healing rocks. These healing rocks are on this Devil card for you, Cancer. And I hope you can see that there. That this is being healed. This Devil is healed. Your chains are being lifted and healed. I really wanted to do that for you, Cancer. And I am healing the darkness that you might feel in February and in March and in April. Whenever you feel this darkness, I hope you just remember this moment with me. That you and I, that any sign like us, anybody who's emotionally intelligent and who's emotionally compassionate and psychic like you and I, and definitely you, Cancer, you have the ability to heal this Devil. Cancer has the ability to heal the Devil. You can heal your own devils. You can heal the devil of other people. And I'm sending you healing, loving light for this subconscious energy. And I do hope that you feel that. And I pray that you find your own power in this situation, your own self-power, self-empowerment over these chains, over this toxicity, over this subconscious manipulation. It's healed now, Cancer. It's healed now. I've got each corner of this card and the middle of this card. There's a rock right on this Devil's head, on this Devil's stomach, on these two figures on the bottom. And between you and me, let's channel our energy. It is healed. And it is going to exit your life if it's no longer for you. Cancer, I hope this reading was helpful to you. Sorry that they're so long. But, you know, I like to speak for spirit and You know, I do hope that February allows you to see something from a different perspective. I hope that you're learning new things and that you're gaining enlightenment over your emotion and over your power and over your subconscious. And if you didn't really like the way that I done this reading, I just want to let you know that in March, I'll be going back to structure, even though your reading came out pretty structured, just like Gemini's. But yeah, if you didn't really enjoy the intuitive, I think you probably did though as a Cancer. But if you didn't, in March, I'll be changing things back to a little bit of more structure for Pisces season. So guys, I love you very much, and I'm sending you healing energy. All of the information, my social media, my information, if you want a personal reading, oh my God, I would love to talk to some Cancers. Personally, I'd give you a personal reading, basically just like this, except for it would be more in depth for you personally, and I charge $10 for 30 minutes. But to be honest with you, I hardly ever can talk for just 30 minutes. So all my readings will be about an hour long, so that's just like $20 for one of these readings. If you'd like to speak to me on a more personal level, you can contact me through my email or through social media, and I would love to talk to you guys on a more personal level. But until then, I'm wishing you all the best, a very happy, loving Valentine's Day, a beautiful Pisces season in eclipse, and I will talk to you in March. Bye, guys.